When you're done with that, so you have all of this done, now we need to assemble your book. To assemble, you are going to need 2 pieces of construction paper. It can be any color you want. I would suggest picking 2 of the same color would be good, so I would need 2 pieces of blue. We need to start doing our accordion for the side of our book. So we need that accordion to hold all our pieces together. So that's what we're going to make next. Because our picture is set up so it's the tall way, the portrait, versus the landscape way, the sideways way, we have to make sure that we fold our accordion the long way, not the short way. The short way is for the landscape. All right, what I like to do, I like to cheat just a little bit here and use a ruler to help me fold my first fold here. So I line my ruler up on the edge of my paper, and then I make sure I hold it very tight so it doesn't move, and I bend and make my first bend the thickness of a ruler. Okay, and then I can pull that ruler out now that I have my first fold in there, and then make sure you press it down. Okay, so I have my first flap. I'm going to flip it over to the other side, and then I'm going to line and fold my next fold the same thickness as my first flap. So I like to go along and make sure it doesn't get bigger or smaller. Okay, so I'm going to flip it over again and do the same thing until I run out of paper. So I'm watching the edges, I'm making sure they don't stick out too much. And just kind of line it up as you go. And then push it down. Okay. Keep going until you run out of paper. You should have at least 7 folds in there. So right now I have 1, 2, 3. Okay, so if I kept going, I should be able to have, like this one here, the one I finished, I should have 7 folds. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay? Once you have both of these folded, I'm going to finish folding this one quick so then I can show you how to glue it together. So I need 7 folds here. Don't go too fast, otherwise you might use too much paper and then you won't get 7 folds. Alright, you want to just line it up good. And then I have my last fold here. Alright, use the rest of my paper. Perfect. So it's kind of like an accordion fan is what you'll get. So again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Perfect. Alright, here's where you're going to need your glue and the rest of your pieces of paper. So, these first few flaps here, see how they're flat like that and it's not pointed up like this? That's going to be our back. So we need to glue our sky, our background sky, right on top of here, and we're going to butt it right up to that fold that we have there and right up to the fold that we have here. Okay, do you see that here? We want to match up the tops and we want to match up the bottoms because we don't want our accordion to stick up past it like up here. That wouldn't be good. So line it up. Okay, so then I would put glue. I would put my glue here on the bottom flap. Put glue, 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 glue. You will want more than that. And then we're going to put our picture on top there and glue it there. Okay? Alright, from there, and make sure it matches up at the top and the bottom. So push down, glue it in there. Then you got to do this side as well. Put glue there. Match it up from top and bottom and press it down. All right, now that we have the background in, the sky in, now we go to our background. We're gonna fold our first flaps down like this over top. We are going to put glue on this side and take our background and put it on top here. Glue that in, make sure you line it up. Glue that in. You're going to put glue on this side. You're going to pick your paper up and put it on that one. So then it will be stuck to both of these here, like that. Alright, after that, and you pressed it all down, you lined all the edges up, then we fold the next flap down over top. And then you basically just keep going. So I would glue here, and then I would put my mid-ground on, would be next. Okay? After I get my mid-ground on, then I fold my next flap over, I glue here, put my foreground on, the guy with the fisherman, right? This guy here would be in the front. And then the last part is we fold these flaps over. And this time it's a little bit different because we're going to put glue on the front, on this front piece here, on both of them. And that's where our title gets glued to. Okay, so our title piece gets glued here. After you're all done with that, make sure it all kind of stuck together. So kind of push it down, and then you can lift it up and see that you have a nice tunnel book happening. So your tunnel book, again, will end up looking like this. Like this one here. Because see, she has her title on that last flap that sticks out. And then it's her foreground. Then it's her mid-ground, her background, and then her sky. If we look at the back, we can see that that back color here is glued down. And there you have it. You have your tunnel book. Thank you for watching.